A really cool piece of Topaz Labs software. As you all know, I love Topaz Labs, and I have just about every piece of software they've ever made, and I'm a big fan. Today I want to show you a great piece of software called JPEG to RAW AI. Now basically what this software does is it'll convert your JPEG files to RAW files, and it'll build dynamic range into those images. It'll bring out extra details in those images. It'll sharpen them. It'll cause your colors to really pop, and you won't get banding and things like that you get with JPEG files. It's really great software. As they say, the best camera that you own is the one that you have on you. Okay, and we all have our cell phones with us these days, and sometimes we see that perfect image out there and we say, darn, I wish I would have my camera. But you might forget that your cell phone is in your pocket and you could grab a great image. Now, normally when you process a phone image, it's really hard to get a good edit out of it because you have the banding issues and things like that. And but this JPEG to RAW will build those files up into RAW files. It'll take those JPEGs and turn them into RAW files, which is really cool. Now, on this episode, I'm going to show you side-by-side examples, images that I shot on my cell phones. One of the images from an older iPhone, an SE model, and then the other images are from an iPhone 7. But I'll show you the original JPEGs compared to the raw up-converted images, and I'll tell you, you can get great edits out of these, and I highly recommend it. Now, I want to tell you up front that I am an affiliate with Topaz Software. So if you buy any software and use my affiliate link and use my coupon code, what is it? It's David Kelly. If you use that code, you'll save 15% off any Topaz product. And that helps me out because I get a little bit of a commission, which helps me keep my channel going here. And I really appreciate that. But let's dive into this JPEG to RAW and let's see how it really works here and what kind of results we can get. Before I show you the software, I wanted to show you a list of the features of JPEG to RAW AI. So batch processing, that's a biggie. Dynamic range recovery, that is lost in JPEG images, amazing. You're going to see it here. Color space, changes the normal color space that's on your phones from Srgb to ProPhoto, which is a super large color space with lots more color in it, which is really cool. Color depth, changes your color depth from 256 values per channel to a staggering 65,232 values per channel in the up conversion. It's amazing. Dramatic JPEG artifact reduction, so it reduces those little artifacts that you get in JPEG images. And detail recovery, recovers fine detail lost in heavily processed iPhone images. So it's really amazing software, and you're going to see it here. First off, I'm going to show you how we actually use it, and then I'm going to show you side-by-side comparisons. So I have JPEG to RAW AI opened. This is version 2.2.1. It's the latest version. To open up your images, all you have to do is click on Open here, and your file browser will come up. And I have a file folder here with my images. I already did some of these because I didn't want to bore you with me processing each and every image here. But 3 images I haven't done yet was this guy right here, so I'm just going to command click this one, and also this one right here. This image right here of Pittsburgh, PA skyline was shot on an iPhone SE. I think all the other ones were shot on an iPhone 7. Okay, so all I have to do is click open, and when I do, you can see this comes up like this, and we get a preview down here, and then we can see right over here, we can move this around. So let's just come here, and on the image on the left would be your JPEG image, and the image on your right is your what your raw conversion is going to look like right here. Okay, and then you can change the zoom size from 50, 100, 200, and 400. I always like to use 100 because I think that is a good way of analyzing the image. Okay. Now, it's real easy to use. I generally just use auto and click start, and it batch processes them out. And I'll batch process these out and show you in real time how long it takes me. I'm using an iMac with an i9 processor. I bought it last year. So right now it's in auto. Let me put it in manual. And you can see these are the auto settings it picked, but I can go ahead and bump this up. And let's bump it up to like 75 on the artifacts. And you'll see right here it says generating the preview. And it generates it really quick. And then you also have remove blur, so you can add extra sharpening to your image if you like to. But again, I recommend auto, but you can play around with these other settings as well. But you can see right here, look at the JPEG on the left and the raw conversion on the right. It's pretty amazing right there, okay? But on these, I'm going to put this on the auto setting right here. So I'm just going to click auto. Now all I have to do is, well, right here where it says output, save to, you can come here and click on browse and put it in any folder that you want it to go to. I already have mine set to go in this folder called auto. It puts this prefix on the end if you want, and I like to do that. That way I know these were already converted to raw images. And you can pick a file format. So you can go DNG or TIFF. I like to use DNG, digital negative. It is a raw file, although TIFFs are really good as well, but I like the DNG to keep it in the raw format. And then all I have to do is click on start, and you'll see it'll start to process these out. And we're going to do this in real time, and you'll see it does a pretty quick job. So you can imagine you could have 20, 30 images in here that you want to convert, pop them into a folder, it'll go right into that folder. And then after they were converted, I went into Lightroom and imported them into Lightroom. And then all the tests I make will be done in Lightroom. So I'll show you side-by-side comparisons of everything. But as you can see, I'm just going to keep talking to you because I want you to actually see how long this actually takes. And it is relatively quick considering what it's doing. I mean, it's doing a lot to these images. It's basically rebuilding these files and turning JPEGs into raw images, which is pretty darn amazing. And I think you're going to be really surprised with the results that you're going to get with this piece of software. So we're just about done here. Now I'm going to take you into Lightroom. Hey, I lied. We're not in Lightroom yet, but I wanted to show you something I forgot to do. After your files are converted, you can see the little checks here tell you these files have been converted, and you can remove them if you want to here by clicking the X's. But if you just click on right here where it says volumes right here, just click this and check this out. It takes you right into, if you have Photoshop, it takes you right into Camera Raw, and then you can do your Camera Raw edit here. So again, it is a true digital negative, and you can see right here. DNG, so you have all this adjustment you can do right here. But I work out of Lightroom, so we're going into Lightroom now. Here we are in Lightroom, and I'm in the library module, and I've not made any adjustments on these. They're just right out of my iPhones, okay? And they're converted. Now, you'll notice I have 3 of every image. The first image is just the JPEG image. The second image is the raw conversion in the auto setting, and the last image is a raw conversion that I just upped the remove blur and the remove artifacts to 75. I just chose that number just randomly, just to show you what it looks like when you bump up those adjustments. I didn't want to go the whole way to 100%, so I went to like 75. Okay, but again, you can make those adjustments yourself, but I do recommend just using the auto setting. It works well. But if you felt you had a little extra artifacts you needed to get rid of, you could go ahead and bump that up or give it a little more sharpening if needed. And as you could see, it was very simple to set up inside of JPEG to RAW AI. Here we are in Lightroom. I'm in the library module. No adjustments made to these images. They're right out of the camera. The image on the left is always going to be the JPEG. The image on the right is going to be the RAW. But it's going to be, I'll show you the auto first, and then I'll show you the one with the increased artifact removal and the increased sharpening, okay? So first off, this is the auto RAW on the right, and again, the JPEG on the left. But look how clear that is right there. This is from an iPhone SE, an older iPhone right here. Now let's zoom into 2:1. I love this compare mode that I'm using, so I can just, when I move this, everything moves in tandem, which is really great. But look at the crispness and the detail here, and look how soft it looks over here. There's one building over here on the left side. Look how clear and sharp this is. And defined. Everything is crisp and beautiful. On this side it looks dull and lackluster. Let's go up into the sky and look at the blue in the sky. I hope you can see this on your computers at home because of the video, but for me, I got to tell you, it looks really great. And so now let's go to the, let's zoom back out here. And let's go to the increased sharpness and artifact removal. It's going to change right now. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely a lot crisper and more detailed. I mean, it's not over the top, but remember, I bumped this up to 75 on the remove blur and the 70 or reduce blur, I think it's called, and 75 on the reduce artifacts. Hope I'm saying that right, but you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and zoom in now and do some pixel peeping. Wow, that just looks dull. This looks so crisp. Let's go to that one building over here. Look at that building compared to that one. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. This is a great program. Let's go on to my next image. Now we're going to look at, let's get rid of these guys here. Going to look at my, my grandkids here. This is Joseph and this is Evelyn. They're so sweet and cute. Playing around with some chalk on a swing outside. They just painted and they were just having a lot of fun. Just, you know, future artists right here. Little Joseph has chalk in his face. You'll see in another image. So let me go ahead and zoom in. So remember, the one on the right is the RAW. The one on the left is the JPEG. This is auto on the RAW setting. Look at that. Super clear. Again, the JPEG on the left. Joseph's a little soft, but that's the camera, not the software. Now let's compare it to the increased sharpness. It's going to change right now. That looks really nice. Now, I really like this image with the increased sharpness, but I still recommend that you would use the auto setting. And if you have like Sharpen AI, Topaz Sharpen AI, then use that to get the extra sharpness out of your image. Or if you have Topaz Studio 2, use the excellent AI Clear inside of Topaz Studio 2. But if you batch process these out in auto, it is super fast and quick. Really great. On to the next image. Let's zoom back out. Let's click on this guy right here. This is Joseph. Again, the left is the JPEG, the right is the RAW conversion. When I zoom in, check his hair out and the shock on his face. It's mind-blowing, actually, how clear it is. So we're going to zoom into the 2:1. But look at the hair here and then look at the hair over here. And also look at the eyelashes and the chalk. Really nice. And also look at the texture on the clothing here. Here it's almost, you know, blurred out, but here you can see texture. That's missing over here. It is in the RAW conversion. You see it a lot more. So it's doing a really, really great job. Let's zoom back out. Now let's go to the height and sharpness. Zooming in. Now look at this hair here compared to the hair over here. And look at the eyelashes here and the chalk. Little hairs on his face here. Hey, you're growing a beard. This kid will have a nice beard when he grows up. But look at the detail in that shirt. Truly incredible. I love it. Now let's go on to the next image. Here's a flower, and I am a flower guy. Let's zoom out so we can see the full image. Look at the color in here compared to here. Now don't forget, we're using the ProPhoto color space, which is a beautiful large color space. And also, what was the other thing? The color depth. 256 values per channel on this guy on the right with the RAW conversion. I'm sorry, 256 values per channel on the left with the JPEG, but on the right we have 65,532 values per channel. Whatever that means, it just means, in my opinion, there's a lot more color, a lot more variation between the colors, and you can truly see it in this image. It's really great. Let's go ahead and zoom in with the 2:1. Look at the detail in here, and don't forget that's the auto setting, and this is the JPEG over here, but look at that color in there. Let's come down to this leaf right here. Look at the detail in that leaf compared to here. Now, let's go ahead and we'll stay zoomed in here, and I'll go ahead and click on the sharper one. Okay, look at that. That's crazy sharp. And the color is like stupendous. Look at this compared to that. It's mind-blowing. You got to admit it. Let's go on to the next image. I'm bypassing this one because it's a little on the dark side. And let's zoom out so we can see the full image here. Again, JPEG on the left, raw conversion on the right, but auto setting. Look at that. It's super clear. It's like a film has been lifted off the image. Let's go ahead and zoom in 2:1. Compare this leaf here. This is the auto setting compared to this leaf right here. Definitely sharper. And where else? And also this leaf right here. So check this leaf out here compared to this leaf here. Now, let's zoom back out. Now let's go to the one with the extra sharpening and artifact removal. So this guy right here, it's going to change right now. Yeah, I can definitely see a change right there, and I hope you can see this on your computer at home. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Look at that leaf, and look at the texture in the rocks compared to this over on the left side, which is the JPEG. I'll show you something really cool here. There's a little lady. No, it's not. It's the next image has a ladybug on it. But let's look at this leaf up here and this leaf over here, right here and here compared to here. Pretty cool. Let's zoom out. We have one more image to go. I hope you're impressed with this software because I truly am. Makes you want to go out and take pictures with your iPhone. It really, really does. Let's click on this guy here. Here's the one with the ladybug on it. But look how clear that is compared to this one. This looks like it has a film over it when you compare it to this. Now, obviously, if you didn't see the two side by side, you'd think this looks pretty good. But when you compare these two, man, you can make a nice big print out of here. And then pop that into Gigapixel AI. You can get a huge print, a glorious print from your iPhone. It's pretty cool stuff. Let's go ahead and zoom in. There is a ladybug, I think, right here. It's not your typical red ladybug. I don't know what they call this. I think it's a ladybug. Looks like a ladybug. But this is the auto setting. Look how clear that is compared to over here. And look at these leaves here. And look at the, the veins on the leaf compared to the one on the left, which is the JPEG. Let's zoom around. Look up in here. This is in water right here, but look how nice and detailed that is. And the colors and the saturations, beautiful compared to the one on the left. Let's zoom back out. Now let's go with height and sharpening and artifact removal. It's going to change right now. Look at that. Let's zoom into our little creature right here. Look at that. That is so sharp. And look at that leaf there compared to here. Wow. I am truly impressed. Look at this leaf compared to this leaf. JPEG to RAW AI. Topaz, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. JPEG to RAW AI. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. It's a really great piece of software. And I hope you can see the value in it, especially if you're like pretty much all of us and you have your phone with you at all times. It will become the best camera you have because you always have it. Unless you're carrying your DSLR with you, of course it's going to be better. But now we can take advantage of our phones in a big way, especially for editing, and make some nice big prints out of them. So really great stuff. Don't forget, the affiliate link is below in the description. If you click on that link and use my coupon code, David Kelly, you could save 15% off any Topaz product. And again, it helps me out. It gives me a small commission, and it helps me keep my channel going. And I really appreciate that when you do that. It helps me out, and it means a lot to me. And I want to thank you for it in advance if you decide to buy the software. So thank you. If you enjoyed this video today, please give it a like and share it with your friends. If you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe and click that bell notification icon. And then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll be notified about it.